There you go.
And a big shout to the chat. I can see Yobi and Angela there. I can see Matthew again from Toronto. Big shout. And of course Rosanna that is here with me. Let's try to make this lockdown a bit better. Happy Saturday, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Welcome to STAXX.CLUB, everyone.
Hello there, Doc.
Hey,
Hello.
how you doing, Biff?
Good. I was just jamming a little rave party radio there in the background, so
Nice.
anybody wanted to go check that out.
Beautiful, beautiful Tuesday evening here where we're at. Nice, cool 76 degrees. Watching these charts kind of mellow out for the day. Hope everyone's having a great evening or morning wherever you're at.
It's nice to see you like this. I like the Zoom format like this. More people need to see you out in the world, and I like talking to you like this in this format. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about too. We haven't even streamed since we went down to Miami.
Yeah, it's been a busy couple weeks up here. I know things are picking up at the body shop I work at. Obviously, we're starting to make plans for our next event for STAXX. So yeah, it's been a busy couple weeks. It's nice to get back online though with everyone and get to share our motives and moves and where we're going and what we're doing.
Well, that just turned out to be an amazing event. I've got some of my swag actually on Freddo over here.
Nice.
It actually looks it looks pretty good. Yeah, we don't want to give, like, we can pull that up here real quick, and I'll keep you up here because I like looking at you, but I don't want to give too much away because there's still a lot of videos coming out about the Miami shitcoin event, but that just ended up really coming together. If you want to go, check that out or look at it on Twitter or go out to their website, just jump out to our website and go out to shitcoin2021.com. Again, this is an event we put on with a bunch of amazing people that just kind of came together and put something on in less than a month, or about a month's time. Down in Miami, kind of parallel to the Bitcoin convention, and it really just opened my eyes to not only like all these awesome people out there doing amazing things. Let me kill this music here.
But how awesome the community is that's behind all of it.
Yeah, well, like, it was like Bitcoin, 2021 was this huge thing, right? There was a lot of people in town. Miami was buzzing. There was a fight in town. It was just, there was a lot of people down there in general. But
what was the cheapest entry to Bitcoin 2021?
Well, okay, so you're getting into the nitty gritty right now, and that's going to be the picky stuff that people are going to kind of argue about. But let's talk about it because we're on the subject now, so might as well get into it, right? It wasn't cheap to get into Bitcoin 2021, right? It was $900 to get in, and that's if you paid Bitcoin, and that was also if you didn't go to the after party. So if you really wanted to, experience the Bitcoin Miami event, it was $1,200. That's a barrier to entry, right? Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. Really
now,
is.
I know you can't have everybody in the entire world, come in to a $5 event, and do that for Bitcoin. So, I'm not trying to say that, that our event was better in that way, but, it just felt like we kind of like captured the essence of what cryptocurrency is, and like what startups are, and what small businesses, and kind of like starving art. And it just really came together again, and it ended up in this venue that, you know, might not have been a place that like we would have chosen first, and it just was it was readily available and ended up being perfect. Everything kind of fit into place, you know, all the speakers, I mean,
Well, especially with the street art,
yeah, the live
vendors,
street art, the patio. We had the first beat battle ever. Literally,
right.
there was just like, you know, so many things that have never been done before, including a shitcoin event. And we just weren't scared. Right, we stepped up, then, you know, just got it done, and I'm really proud of everybody that was involved in that. I'm It's tough for me to put into words, like I say, like how special I think that was to me personally, you know, not just in my like crypto career, but personally, just, you know, seeing people come together to accomplish a goal like that, that really had never even met each other, most of us, prior to like, you know,
Right.
60 days, right?
It just goes to show you what can be accomplished when everyone's working towards a common goal. Um,
A bunch of avatars got together and threw this wicked party in
yeah,
35
right.
days, right? We were like worried when we were originally planning it that, you know, were we going to get enough traffic and like people coming through? Well, we weren't worried, but, you know, obviously we wanted to do everything we could do to get as much traffic in there as we could.
We'll
And
say that that's one of the beautiful things about Miami. It does have a very robust crypto community. The city itself, obviously, is, you know, spoken out in its support for crypto already, but you know, it's definitely a destination. I look forward to visiting later this year. You know, depending on when the conference is this year. So I know that much. Of course, having said that, I look forward to visiting a few more conferences this year. You know, 2021 is going to be a big year for us at STAXX. You know, we're working towards really getting our name and our brand out there and in front of people, and, you know, helping people realize that, you know, we're here to help. We're here to help people grow and learn and, you know, be a part of something that can actually change their lives.
that was definitely something that came out of that as well, right? We need to get our ass out on the street, right? We need to get our brand out on the street. We need to get out there talking to people. $5 at the door really just opened my eyes, because people came in off the street that had never touched crypto before, had no idea what to
Right.
expect, didn't care, came to have a good time. I
Yeah,
talked to so many
saw
people.
the good time happening from the street, you know.
We had a blast, and I was
Yeah.
working the whole time, like volunteering, and it was overwhelming. It was, you know,
I saw some of the live street art that was going on, some of the videos and stuff, and it was really impressive.
well,
Really.
it was not staged. It was not
Right.
choreographed. It was
Right.
not planned a year in advance, and some of that is what made it special, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I literally invited people there from all over the place, and still didn't get to like see a lot of them or talk to them, even like people from California, and I'm in Florida, that were there, and I didn't even get to say hello. Like Garcia Crypto was there. He was standing right behind me. I didn't even get to say hello to him. Came in from California. So it was very special, you know, again, but like you said, more conferences. We need to be out on the street. You know, wherever you're at locally, start organizing conferences. If you want to get with us, so you can kind of, you know, learn how that group did it. So, you know, maybe you can start something up in your own local, you know, area or jurisdiction, right? Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to get out on the street. We need leaders, right? We need people that are organizing things, you know?
Absolutely. You know, we as people, as supporters of crypto, you know, I would consider us still early adopters, even at this stage. You know, we've watched cycles happen, and we've seen things take place that, you know, have brought a little bit more legitimacy to the market, a little bit more uh, verification to what we're doing. But this year, I saw a shift happen uh, that I've never witnessed before, at least not with cryptocurrency. Um, and for me, the important shift I saw was the regulation that's coming in and the interest in the proper way to manage, these funds, these crypto, dealings. My only hope is eventually they'll get rid of the capital gains tax on crypto. Then that way we can actually start excuse me, utilizing it properly as a payment processor.
That was a lot of, I mean, the topics at this conference were all over the place. So obviously that's what made it way more interesting too, personally.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let's just, I'm not bullshitting around, right? It was way more interesting to talk about all this stuff. We had people, we had attorneys, we were debating. Tone Vase was there. I mean, that's literally what these pictures are on the screen. I can share with you if you want to see it. But I know you kind of already have seen this stuff.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Go out to Twitter, if you're watching right now and you don't know this actually happened. I mean, this actually happened, right? Like, this is a real thing. Shitcoin 2021 went down in Miami, whether you like it or not, right? I mean, literally, that was kind of the theme, right? Like, hey, we're gonna do this thing. We did it. It was a lot of fun. We had comedy. We had a party. We had like pizza, and I mean, just free concessions. There was free water and snacks. It was literally $5 to get in, and like, I mean, it was just like a party. It was a festival atmosphere. And that's kind of something we talked about too, right? So conferences are great. And, if you have slides and you need to make presentations and there's certain things that,
I got a message for all of them. Right?
Oh, thank you very much for the follow there. Appreciate that. There's a Dogecoin kid jumping in there.
Just happened.
Nice.
That just happened. I actually just said that just happened. And that just happened again. So yeah, I mean, I'm ranting on and on about how awesome the event was, but it's great. So go look at pictures of it. There's plenty of them that we shared too on our Twitter if you want to jump out there. I'm actually scrolling through here right now, just looking at this like last 2 weeks. So not only that, but we had our dust enhancer drop, which Mike did this amazing job on. While the announcement goes out, basically. The whole NFT Genius group got a $4 million setup from Mark Cummit and company. I mean, I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore, right? Like, it's just so much awesome, right? And some of that's manifested, it's not like an accident, but I'm just super excited about all of that, so... I'm happy to be a part of that. I'm super looking forward to hooking up with the Miami crypto experience as well. All systems go, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I had to step out for a second. Kids were getting loud inside. So
yeah, no, that's okay. I mean, we were literally just talking about the same thing. So, Mike's amazing week, right? Our dust enhancer drops.
Yeah.
I was showing that on the screen. We can look at some charts too if you want to actually kind of make some rounds and look at some coins. I was actually joking around about Orion Protocol, and it's actually doing pretty good. The dust enhancer is just beautiful. So if you haven't seen that, again, jump out on our Twitter page and just go look at it because it's gorgeous.
It really is.
I mean, that really turned out well. And
I love how the wizard's pulling the dust out of the laptop.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's so nice.
Really
and
done.
A lot of those sold. I don't know if there's any left for sale or not. You'll have to go check it out. Go to Atomic Hub.
And if you guys aren't familiar with dust enhancers, I know, folks that follow us closely all know what it's about. But if you're not familiar with the dust enhancers, so some of these chat rooms on Telegram are set up to where you can earn a wax token called dust. Nifty Wizards set it up. It's a beautiful thing. So it's a rewards based system, and these enhancers are NFTs. If you hold the NFT in your wallet, you get paid an enhanced amount of dust per chat in these enhancement rooms. So yeah, it's a really cool setup. I'm still waiting to find one cheap enough to buy on market, to be honest. But yeah, it's a great set. Excuse me, great setup.
Dude, you gotta crawl before you walk on that, man. I'm showing Nifty Wizards on the screen. So Nifty Wizards is very tough to show because without pulling up my phone and actually doing like a phone stream and showing your Telegram and going through the different rooms, you kind of have to like use your imagination and go check this out for yourself. So the link's on our page as well, and our games link, but Nifty Wizards is not hard to find. And again, this is going to blow up, right? The people that are involved in this project are brilliant. They know NFTs. They've been around a long time. They're hard workers. They've created a whole community around Dust. If you want to check out Dust, just jump in our Telegram.
And they have their own NFTs as well that are absolutely amazing. They're all pixel art, and it's great. I love the 8-bit. That's one of the reasons
I'm trying to make here, I guess, is just go click buttons, right? Don't be afraid of Telegram. Just go play with it.
Right. One of the reasons I gravitated toward Lupe's art so much. I love that 8-bit art. I really do. It's a lot of fun. It brings me back to my childhood, obviously.
Lupe is having a lot of fun with his art, and that's why it's so good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's really just having a blast with it. I'll share my screen with you so you can join along. No, if you are waiting we have the spin the wheel set up for the Rabbit Hole Crypto Twerps Stochi Orchard Edge Sheen, NFT. We have that locked in, and we'll get that loaded up on the wheel and actually maybe do a stream this weekend. So we didn't forget about that. We didn't forget about you. We're just really behind on all of our housekeeping items right now. So.
Right.
Again, we'll get that going.
I got a message for all of them.
Well, thanks for the share there. Appreciate that.
Bake.
What does that do? Does that
all right,
blow your mind?
let's bring up that
just
BTC chart.
happened.
Let's get into that because that's kind of a hot topic right now.
Yeah, I haven't even really looked at anything recently, so let's go.
Well, we're still under 42K. I'm not going to be convinced with a turnaround until we crack back over 45K and turn it into support.
Yeah. Let's back up here a little bit. So pull up a weekly. So again, I like zooming out, right?
Yeah.
I like anytime I'm just looking at perspective. Now we drew these lines 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 4 months ago, whatever it is. And again, this is nothing fancy, guys. So if you want to talk about where we're drawing lines and stuff, it's really just support resistance, right? There's a lot of different ways to draw lines on charts, but people get too hung up on that, right? We're just using them as guidelines and as tools. If you have questions about trading, you want to get into specifics, let us know, right? We're always here to help guide people in the right ways. I've been charting a long time. This is a free trading view account. You can see my pop-ups here. So any of you guys can go make a free trading view account. Now, if you want to pay for it, also, you don't have to deal with the ads, and you can actually get free trials. So don't be afraid to go do that. But again, this is just a weekly Bitcoin chart we're looking at. Now, if you want to get rid of all my oscillators here and kind of zoom out. So this is our big nasty structure that we've been looking at for, this last year from our run up from the 12Ks. That looks just like ancient history now.
Right.
So, now we have so much more volume and liquidity in the market. We're talking about $1 trillion market cap now. So this is,
that's the other thing. There's a lot more room.
Game.
A lot more room to range now too. I mean,
sure.
Essentially we could range between 30 and 60K for 6 more months and, kill off useless alts, run worthwhile alts, I could see a little bit of an alt market boom coming here before too long, but at the same time, I think that's going to wait until Bitcoin figures out which direction it's going to go.
Right, and honestly, the higher time frames, like when you're zoomed out, still really don't look like all that great. Like, so, this is your squeeze momentum
Yeah.
indicator. So there's really no indicator on the squeeze momentum that we're making an upward trend yet, right? The
Right.
money flow is still down, right? And the stock is kind of like bottomed out. So this is kind of a signal that, hey, you might be, might have a buy here in his zone. But again, this is not 100%. None of this is. So
Right.
that's what I always say. Like, just kind of, add things together, stack things together, right? Stacks, right? That's what we always talk about. Stack your tools together if you're trying to make some sort of decision or
That's
buying.
why there's several different indicators. Trying to rely on one single indicator, not good.
Oh man, I should have pulled up a stream chat too. So again, I apologize if you're out on some of our other. We're restreaming right now, so I'm only looking at a couple like the Twitch streams and whatever's on our restream.
Right.
We'll get our shit together. I promise you. If you have questions though, fire them away. If you're in our Telegram too, fire them away in there, and we'll pull them up in here. If there's anything you want to talk about or look at or have me demo, I can do that. Now we're gonna keep games to separate streams, but I can go through any of the wax games or kind of show you, any of our stuff like that if there's actually anything you want to look at. So I digress. Yeah. So, again, here's our original run up. If we're looking at this weekly, if you zoom out and actually look at the monthly, it looks even worse. So it's literally, just this awful hook. And, are we going to stay up here in this high, I don't know, right? It really doesn't look great, right?
But at the same
it does.
At the same time, if we could close this monthly on that green candle where it flipped the wick, I mean, it still didn't clear the wick behind it, which, always leaves me wary. I always wonder, if we're going to go back and clear the wick and
well, this zone was really just the first point of resistance where we had some sort of resistance tested, right? Or support tested, I should say. So that is flipped now, right? So now it is support again, and is it going to hold? Question, right? Well, the daily looks, as you zoom in now, right, things look better, right? The daily had a nice run. It looks like it's consolidating under this resistance, right, which is old. That's an old line there at 40K. That's also a psychological zone, obviously. Short term, I haven't really looked at a 4-hour. That same kind of thing, looks like we're kind of just consolidating under that line, right? Yep. So, if I was short term, I don't think I'd be too excited to really take a position right now.
Yeah, no, me either.
Now, long term, you do what I do. It's just boring. I buy Bitcoin every week. Right.
Yep.
And that's the boring stuff, and everyone keeps saying it, and that's the themes.
I have my recurring buys.
Yeah, when you're talking about Bitcoin, right, just buy a little bit here and there and stash it away, right? You don't have to get crazy. You don't have to trade it. Everyone has the sob stories and says the same thing. I wish I had just bought some and kept it instead of doing all the stupid shit I did with it. Yep. There's nothing wrong with trading altcoins too, and it's just stashing your Bitcoin away or having an allocation of Bitcoin that doesn't move, right? You can do a lot of different things with
There's several
risk strategies, right? Yeah. So come talk to us, shoot us an email, right? We're approachable people.
It's individualized for each person too. That's just it.
Everybody wants to make money. It's like, well, what do you want to do with trading? I want to make money, right? Yeah, okay, good luck. You and the other 95% that will fail, right? And you have to develop your own system. Everybody has their own, ways of doing things, and most people should not be day trading. So let's just put that out there.
Very true. Especially if you're emotional.
Which all of us are when we're losing money. Actually, this hourly flipped over, so kind of all this stuff's red right now, kind of on the downtrend. Wax is kind of cruising at 15 cents, is the 25 mark. Nothing really exciting to look at there. We were kind of talking about that. So clearly there are some wax whales. You can go look at the supply and kind of see who's holding it, the major token holders, but I don't really know, like if there's enough volume or I mean, there's really, it's like KuCoin and a couple of exchanges that are really even trading this. It's hard to point my finger like who might be market players or market movers in this.
Right.
But anyway, you know, obviously wax is
Well,
something that we're into a lot. So
the thing I said about wax too is there's always incentive to cash out. You know, for the platform users, for the people, for the creators on the platform. I mean, especially you're looking at people who are artists who are creating, you know, things that they are out, but ultimately they're trying to make a living with. And, you know, eventually they have to cash it out because you can't go to the grocery and spend wax. So,
oh, that's actually something interesting too. So that was something we always, or everybody was talking about. So like, even as progressive, quote unquote, as Miami is in like adopting crypto and stuff, you still can't really use crypto anywhere. I mean, it's not like that many places are taking crypto payments yet. But
you know, I really do
it's up
think
to us to change that, right?
I
If
really
you start
do think we're on
asking,
the verge.
I do
Honestly.
what?
I said I really do think we're on the verge of that.
Yeah, again, if you ask, you know, or inquire about payment systems, like I pretty much did everywhere I go, and like, you know, do everywhere I go now, you know, again, there's nothing to be ashamed about, right? It's just payment systems. Why is it faux pas? Why is money faux pas, right? Because we've been conditioned, right? It doesn't have to be that way.
One of the reasons I really feel like we're getting close is because I just got my Coinbase card recently. And I mean, as shitty as Coinbase is for a lot of things, they're great for onboarding. They're great for awareness. Like as far as it's a big name, like we spoke about earlier when you and I were chatting, brand recognition. You know, they've got the right amount of support backing them, you know.
I just want to listen to the birds in the background at your house.
Know,
it's
right?
like really peaceful and serene. And then we just need a waterfall, and maybe I'll start doing some like yoga.
Well, we're getting ready to put in a fountain out front here, so that's possibly on the horizon.
I like that. But, I want a fountain for my yard, man. I'm all about that. I'm about that STAXX life.
Right? No, but my whole point with the Coinbase card is that it literally anywhere Visa's accepted, you can run it and it pulls right from whatever crypto you decide to pull it from out of your account. So it's one of those things where the seamless integration is what needs to happen for mass, in my opinion, for mass adoption to be a real thing.
Well, like what if places took wax? You could actually send somebody something pretty quickly. I mean, what if places took Ripple? You know, you could actually send. Now, again, if places took Bitcoin, you could still send them something quickly, and you could use Lightning, right? We have that right now. It's just kind of like not there yet, right? It's like real close, but we're just not quite there yet. So,
right, as far as that.
So we keep talking about this, right? So, like, I used to be in sales, right? What would you do in this situation if you worked for a corporation and you were trying to get your product out on the streets, or a business or whatever, right? You go hit the streets, right? You go hit the streets. You put your product in people's hands, you play with it, you show them what's available, right? People have no idea these video games are coming, right? They have no idea this stuff is out there. They have no idea these people are doing these amazing NFT projects. They don't know what NFT Genius is. Right. You know, they don't know what Bitcoin Origins is and Wax, and people still think I'm like crazy when I'm talking about it, right? And I am crazy, but in a good way, right? I'm not afraid of any of this stuff anymore. I'm going to use these tools. We use them. We've integrated Wax into our community, and people love it. And that's all that matters in the end of the day. Doesn't matter. None of the other stuff matters, right? Is it work? Is it effective? Yes. Is it useful?
I mean, it's one of those things where, okay, so obviously, you know, my wife has known about crypto for years now. Her first crypto that she actually owned was Wax, because she found out that she could put her photography, her art that she's poured her heart into on there with very little learning curve. And then once she was on there, she was able to market it to people you know, both through her social media, you know, I shared through my social media, and then she was able to generate, even though it was a small income, she was able to.
Mine too. My wife's first NFT was baseball cards through Wax that she actually bought.
Right.
She went into those Topps baseball cards.
Yep. One of the guys I work with did the same thing.
Well, that's kind of what I got in there. I wanted GPKs. I wanted those Garbage Pail Kids.
Yep.
What hooked me. Seems like a lifetime ago now. You know, now we're talking about all these awesome projects, and like we haven't even had time to build content. We barely have time to give rewards out to their, you know, our community. With this, we've built this awesome DAO. We have all these amazing people. We've got this sweet gamified Telegram. That's like just a blast. You know, it's just all about getting more organized, right? In these communities, I think people are waiting for this. They've been waiting for this, right?
Yeah.
And just because, you know, we're doing something different, doesn't make it wrong, right? People just aren't used to it yet.
Yeah.
But, you know, again, we're hooking up with the right people, and, you know, I keep telling everybody, you know, I want to take this thing big, you know?
I don't think people understand the fact that, like, we're not trying to get anything from them. Like, we're just trying to spread awareness and help these people realize that there is a lot of noise out there, and unless you can filter through it properly, you know, you could possibly get misguided along the way.
Well, you got to think about it from the perspective of somebody that doesn't have any friends or like know anything about it, right? And then all of a sudden you just like Google Bitcoin and try to go from there. It's not, well, I mean, maybe that's not a great example, but you know what I'm saying. There's just a lot of taking, right? It's a lot of taking from the crypto industry. And a lot of people take from communities, right? Are taking from communities and trying to, you know, use it for their own profit.
Right.
Yeah, we got some Pink Floyd playing in the background. Money! I won't sing. I'll spare you the singing. Appreciate that. Founders badge. Dogecoin Kid just got his founders badge and gave us a subscription, dude. Appreciate that, buddy. We'll have to work on our Twitch badging and all that. It's like dusting off the Twitch here. But I do want to get back to streaming some games too. It's just time, right? It's about time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? We have invested time in the things that are most important. We've prioritized things, but everything else is just on hold, right? We just need, you know, more organization, more time to do things, more organized activities, more bringing people in, you know, removing those stigmas, talking to people. It was so much fun talking to people at Shitcoin because
talking about that right there, you know, that's one of the reasons we promote from within our community. You know, people that are looking to get involved in helping out and be a part of a crypto project, feel free to reach out to us. We promote from within. We can help you be a part of something better.
It's true. It's very true. I mean, this was a blast, right? So there was just so many people there, just off the street even, that were like, hey, you know, I don't really know much about Bitcoin, but we heard you guys were here and it was $5 to get in. So who are you?
Right.
And I was like, hey, you know, I'm Biff. This is me, right? This shitcoin Miami trip. We didn't even talk about that. So Vic, you know, Anon V Digital, we did this STAXX.CLUB, and all of a sudden I got a diamond grill, the STAXX.CLUB. There's only 3 of those left, so that's on our Twitter too. If you want to go get that, there's only 3 left. So no, I'm not saying that's going to be worth a lot of money, but look at my pretty face. Just so much fun stuff came out of Shitcoin that was just the NFT, the movie. You can go check that out. They have the Twitter as well. That's kind of a secret project, if you want to call it, but you know, go check that out if you want to see more information. They were basically filming the whole thing too.
That ought to be interesting to see.
Bill Noble, this guy is great. If you've never heard of him, go out and just follow him immediately. Token Metrics is a really cool site. They have services. They basically use machine learning for crypto analytics. Again, you can just kind of scroll through the shitcoin conference, like pictures or our Twitter here, and see some of this stuff. Miami Crypto Expo is changing dates, so that's something we need to talk about. If you are planning on going that, I'm still going no matter what. We're in there, right?
Yeah, we're in there.
We're dedicated to going to any and all awesome events on the
STAXX will
Florida
be
area.
in Miami again.
Yes, we are.
This time
are
we're going to
go.
be rolling a little deeper, though.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be mobbing this time. This was our, swag, so made some really cool contacts. We're going to get some stuff printed up, just networking, man. Meeting people out on the street that are doing real things, that came together to put this thing, together, enjoy cryptocurrency, enjoy networking, enjoy talking about businesses and opportunities, as well as mistakes, right? And things we've learned, and just kind of collaborating. And then you start figuring out, like, hey, that guy's really good at VR, right? And this guy's really good at airdrops, and this guy's really good at the finance part, and this guy's really good at trading. And then, like, things start, like, falling into place, right? That's kind of what has happened with our organization. And that's definitely what I see, like, other, groups and some of our amazing partners that are just extremely successful, which I'm super proud of. I mean, it's like Supernova.
Yeah, it's been a really good year for a lot of people that we're involved with. For us, we've grown a lot in 6 months. You look at what we've done.
Again, yeah, and if you're listening to this too, we're not joking around, right? Like, we need people, so come join our club. It's free to join, right? We give all kinds of free stuff away, learn about NFTs, digital collectibles, currency, without fear of getting your face melted off, right? That's really like our elevator pitch. And that was people ask too, like, what are you selling? It's like, well, we're going to work on product development, but we're literally just a group of people that, formed a club to help each other. And it's grown into something much larger now, right?
Yeah.
It's very special, but also we're not trying to run it by over monetizing, right?
Right.
We don't have to.
Nope.
So if you have any questions, lay them on us. But again, go check out Shitcoin 2021. And all the people that were involved with it, and all the vendors and all the speakers. We really appreciate all of the support from just everyone that made this just an amazing time. It was really life-changing. And some lifelong bonds were made, right? And we're going to carry those on, right? And we're going to use them to our advantage, all of our advantage.
I look forward to the next one, that's for sure.
You were used as a form of advertisement. What did we use? Which part was the advertisement? So yeah, I guess we can stop rambling about that. Was there any other specific tokens that anyone want to look at too while we're on the stream? And again, we'll get that wheel together and kind of get more of a prize show going this weekend, and give out some fun stuff and some reward prizes. But we just really needed to talk and get all this stuff about Miami kind of discussed. And if there's anything else too that I missed, I mean, you got to see Dogecoin Kid on the ones and twos. I've never seen just like, okay, so like all of us know us by avatars, and I get to see your face, and now everyone's kind of seen mine, and a lot of people didn't really expect me to look like I did, and maybe some people didn't expect Dogecoin Kid to look like a young punk kid, but that's what he is. But it was just so much fun to see him like DJing in this booth with all this awesome equipment, because you could just see the joy in his face, and it wasn't just him, it was all of us. you know, doing our things and just enjoying this festival that we put on together that should not have happened and did, right? So yeah, you know, every time I would come around the corner, because I was like making rounds around the place, just basically like, you know, trying to clean up stuff and keep things nice and presentable, keep things running. If anybody needed anything, we were putting out, you know, whatever kind of logistic fires needed to be put out, and just kind of handling the venue a lot of the times. And I'd come around the corner, I'd be like, man, that DJ's awesome. And it was still him up there, right? Just like jamming. Right? And it was just, oh, it was so much fun. And Illmind, God, that guy
like
is
being at an after hours festival.
well, you know, none of us felt out of place.
Yeah,
It was almost like, yep, we're all there. It was destiny. You know, I don't really believe in fate, but it was like, yep, we're all here. We all knew our jobs. We all just made it happen, right? Was it easy? F no. My car got towed. I had every kind of, you know, nightmare with hotel rooms in scammy Miami. We worked our asses off. Poor Nate, you know, was walking around on 2 pineapples. He didn't even have any damn feet at the end of it.
oh my gosh.
I mean, if you know, just we overcame everything. It was just
But still,
absolutely
the
nuts.
event went off without a hitch.
Absolutely nuts. Wait,
That's crazy.
you know, NFT trading cards on the deck was spreading around freebies for raising MTJ. Your Twitch link in the memos freebies. I'm not sure. I'll have to go look at that. If somebody was actually spreading something around, unfortunately, you know how that goes too. Like, we're kind of getting a name here, so people jump onto our tweets, and we've got imposters and people trying to impost other, you know, scam and like pretend to be other people. If you have a project, I'll definitely go look at it, because that's obviously yeah. No, I mean, we want to make sure that, you know, we get your collection out there just like everyone else's. So
That's what we're here for. We're here to empower the digital consumer as well as the people producing the digital consumables.
I sent Mike some Litecoin. I didn't really look at that chart, but it kind of looks like Ethereum. We didn't really look at ETH, but it just kind of looks like it's refound this channel, which are my lines that no one else is really drawing, but I drew those. And I'll pat myself on the back because, you know, I'm awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely a channel to watch for sure. You know, at the same time, I can still see it coming back down and catching that low again.
I haven't looked at FBTC. Is there anything else that we need to go look at?
Not off the top of my head. I mean, there's nothing I'm really watching right now really closely. I think the whole market needed a cool down, honestly. I mean, you got to consider, we literally ran from 3,700.
This chart. Remember this? Oh, see, this seems like a lifetime ago, right? Remember we were down here, everybody was sweating.
Yeah.
And this is when I was like punking Udi because he was telling people to freaking short this. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, it looks like a classic bottom. And sure enough, right? And the rest is history, because this is when we like really made a lot of money and, you know, created our foundation, created our company, right? So cheers to everyone who had the sack to get in there when no one else did.
Right.
Cheers to you. If I had my soundboard set up, I'd give the claps, because I'm just sick of all the people hating on people for being successful. You know what? Here's my middle finger, right? You know what I mean? Like, that's not us, right? We're positive people, and positive people manifest awesome things. We work together, and, you know, that's what we've done and advised each other.
Together to help each other do it. Yep. It's absolutely right.
I don't see any reason to like look beyond what we're looking at on this chart either, right? So right now we're at resistance. If it clears resistance and we move beyond 40K, great, right? And then maybe we'll start this upward trend, but clearly this is in a downward trend until it's not. If you want to start zooming in, it does look better. Like this daily looks like it wants to bounce through. The momentum is clearly up, like on the daily. The weekly is just not. And then the monthly just looks like a train wreck. So usually your higher time frames hold more weight. We'll see. You know, this looks like a nice bottom. It's nice and wicked. Clearly that was bought up, right? So this zone was interesting to somebody. So maybe we just chop in here for a while, right? Clean some more lunches out, get everybody excited about 40K, and then take it back down to 29. You know how that goes. So I wouldn't get too excited about anything. Guys have any questions, let us know.
Especially look at that MACD.
It's, you know,
on the 1 week. I mean, we literally just flipped into the red. I mean, there's gonna be some profit taking. You've got to think now that we went from 183 billion market cap to what, 2.5 trillion.
I'm not even paying attention anymore, Doc. Too busy, right? I buy my Bitcoin every week. We got everything else going on. You know, if you're into NFTs, right? Wax is just so much fun, right? But I love Engine. You know, you guys know that, right? We love Engine. We're into all the games. Go out to our page, check out all the games, right? That's why we're putting this stuff out there. If you have suggestions, make comments, let us know. Just contact us if you want to see us cover something. If you want to see maybe something that's not in here,
reach out.
You know, we've only going to put some of the ones that we love and we're playing as a club that we definitely recommend. Same with our partners, right? So, you know, our partners are just absolutely top-notch A-grade projects. Note Blockchain Social, you know, is a real social media app. It is in full development. You can go play with it right now. It's absolutely, you know, amazing. And every
Earn crypto
month
for your social media.
Yeah, it seems like they're putting out some new features that's really coming along nicely. Cyber FM is top notch. You know, earn money for listening to freaking radio. I mean, what else do you want,
today they were doing 10x on your earnings just for listening.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely ridiculous, and it's real, right? It's not fake.
Yeah.
Rabbit hole NFTs. Right? I mean, my goodness, they are just going nuclear as well. Sellouts.
If you guys are into math at all, follow
get
those
a link
guys.
on that. Yeah, rabbit hole.
Those guys are geniuses. Geniuses.
This is just our Romanian connection. I mean, these guys are just amazing. Right, and they're partnered up with all the other crews that we're talking about, right? The Nifty Wizards guys, and you know, Crypto Twerps and all these artists, right? But this stuff that they're doing, and like this is, you can see this has got some Stochi inspiring to it, like this beautiful etching and like just handcrafted detail on some of these NFTs that they're putting out right now. It's just lovely. I mean, it's just a pleasure to be a part of that.
It's unique. It's not a copycat project at all.
Right. Not at all. They are doing their own things. I love that. They're going to bring their own virtual world to this. That's something we talk about as well. So, you know, events aside, right? We want to get more into all of the, you know, metaverse action, right? And there's all kinds of stuff to get into now, right? Because it's like, you know, not only these, you know, individual virtual worlds, kind of like we were talking about the browser ones like Decentraland and Crypto Voxels, but you got Minecraft, which is like being integrated into other games now, and like Uplift, and we're trying to get Dogecoin, you know, in there to build us something. Maybe it takes manpower, right? Like you need a team of people to do this stuff.
Really
right? Just, you know, there's so much now. When we are going to be part of that. I'm going to stop saying I want to, right? 'Cause we're just going to manifest this shit to happen, right? We're going to take this out to the street. We're going to start off, doing what we're doing now and building more engagement, more interest around this stuff, build our DAO, continue snowballing this thing. And then eventually we're going to bring, some equipment to a venue, and we're going to set up a LAN party, and we're going to play video games, and we're going to show people how Axie Infinity Tournament works. And we might work a host in there. I'm kind of working on that right now. Axie GD. I love those guys. I would love to bring them in on something like that. But that's what this is all about, right? Now we're bringing people together. Now we're working with the tools. Now we're removing these silos, this is what we do, right? About us. Like, go look. I put a silly blurb out there about me. 20 years enterprise finance, software, and information experience. I'm a real dude. Come talk to me. Right? We're about real world solutions using cryptocurrency, helping companies, right?
And if we don't know the answer, we will visit the network and we will make that happen.
If we don't know the answer, we can probably find somebody within our network to help you, right? If we don't charge an arm and a leg, right? I mean, it's saying what people are paying for absolutely nothing right now, when there are groups of people out there that are willing to help. And, all we ever ask for, we've never asked for a penny out from anyone, right? And sure, we make money, and we're going to have plenty of ways to generate incomes. Yeah. That's aside, right? It's about the community, right? And all we ask for is participation. And people are starting to get it, but it's new, right? People aren't used to like this community feel, like how DAOs work and how they actually have their own money. And all you have to do is really like participate, right? And what does that mean? That means button presses. That means subscribing. That means sharing. That means telling your friends, right? Like, hey, these guys are actually doing something pretty cool. Go check them out.
Strength in numbers. Strength in numbers.
It's just that easy, right? That was a question that we got asked a lot at the convention, is how do you further crypto? And maybe that's a good kind of segue into our last, talking point here, and we'll wrap it up because I know that we're going long already.
I'm losing.
Doc, let me get you on. Yeah, let me get you on just so we can say goodbye to everybody too, and kind of close here, Doc. But everybody asked, how do we further crypto? And here's my answer, and maybe you can follow up. And if anybody else wants to chime in, feel free. I'm sorry, I'm doing it really bad with chat too. We'll do better with that. One of us will kind of monitor chat. But back to the topic. How do we further crypto? And the answer is, right, you support the people out in crypto doing real things, right? And we all know who those are because they're approachable. They're out there doing real things, building real products, things that you can actually touch and feel and use, and games. And there are people out there. Sometimes they're not easy to find, but that's how we further crypto, right? You support the projects and the people that are doing real things, and stop supporting the people that aren't.
A lot of times you can figure the difference out by the ones who will actually let you approach them. And when you approach them, don't hide from who they are.
Well, some people are busy, right? And if you get big, or you have a successful business, people mob at you. A lot of money and success, brings fame, and some of that's tough to deal with. People are busy, trying to approach somebody when thousands and thousands of other people are as well is one thing, but taking from communities, right? Taking from people and not really providing anything in return when you kind of know you're on the take, right? That's just scamming, right? In any industry. And it's unfortunate that crypto just has a ton of it because people can hide behind avatars, because they can take crypto and run, because it's easy to jump on Telegram and make a bullshit account. So that's why it's so more important that our groups step up, help each other, help people come in without getting their faces effing melted off or scammed and all this bullshit, right? And just
because most of us
make professionalism out of it, right? Like,
most of us have had to learn the hard way. That's the nice thing about having a network like what we have, is that people can learn from some of the things we've been through,
Buddy, we're getting like, inundated with scams and just bullshit left and right now. And a lot of other people are, and they come to us and we kind of look at it together and evaluate things. And I don't know how else to do it anymore because, again,
some of the scammers are actually getting better.
Well, it's just, they'll continue to get more innovative. So we have to, right?
Yep.
But we have ways of incentivizing people. We have tools. We have cryptocurrency now. We just need to start utilizing them better and building things and supporting people that are building things and supporting communities and helping people empower themselves. Go out to that shitcoin 2021 website, follow all those people, right? Find out what they're doing. Like that's how this is all going to work. That's how we're going to snowball it. Again, thank you guys for joining. We'll definitely do this Tuesday night stream, 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll get the times up. We'll start doing this more regularly, get more organized, build some nicer things into the stream. Meow. Thank you, Catfresh, and all the other amazing people that I've chatted with recently too, and that I didn't really even get to chat with. We're gonna get Doc down to Miami for this next convention too, so I'm super excited about that. Bring as much of the crew as we can. Any closing words, Doc? Before we?
No, just glad to have everybody who joined tonight. Look forward to growing the community with all of you.
Yeah, and again, thank you very much for joining and running late there. We even ran out of daylight there. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw up the ending soon here. We'll kill the mics and jam up the music again. Thank you very much, guys, for joining.
Thanks again, guys.
If you have any questions, let us know. Please, again, blow up the socials. Really appreciate all the support. Let us know if you have any questions. And take care of yourself. Take a deep breath. Remember, you're early in all of this. It might seem like madness sometimes, but there are people who help to take the noise out of this. We'll work together. We'll come up with some goals. And we'll help each other, and share our experiences, right? That's what we're here to do. I love you guys. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Yep. See you next time.
something that I think you should know.